So obviously there was a very big change in how people thought about their relationship with God and one another. Can you talk about how that change came about, what it was, and so on?
Well, ideas are revolutionary, as many political leaders have learned. Both the Protestant Reformation and the Renaissance affected a dramatic change in how human beings came to see themselves, their relationships to one another, and their relationships to the divine. The Protestant Reformation is important politically because of the notion, if I have the right to read the Bible and interpret it for myself, I don't need the intermediary of the church. Well, imagine what consequences that may have for my thinking about government, because that notion that I can interpret the Bible also begins to undermine that notion of divine right of kings. So the Reformation unleashed a spirit of free inquiry, culminated in that wonderful Renaissance phrase, man is the measure of all things. This revolution in thought included a scientific revolution that completely changed our understanding of our place in the universe, our relationship to God, and our relationship to the natural world.
Can you tell us then what were some of the practical consequences of this new focus on individualism?
Well, for political purposes, the shift from the notion of divine right of kings to the individual as the source of political authority is tremendous. And it's completely consistent, of course, with social contract theory. Individuals started to express themselves in religious forms that not only broke up the Roman Catholic Church, but led to Protestants arguing among themselves that others weren't Protestant enough, exerting tremendous independence and freedom. The new focus on the individual put an end ultimately to feudalism, led to a new economic form, Adam Smith's notion that individual ownership of capital and rational beings exchanging goods and services in a free market would lead to the benefit of all. It's not until the 19th century that we dub that theory capitalism, but that notion of individual economic well-being is very much a part of this transformation. And then we can't end without talking, or at least mentioning, the religious wars of the 17th century that just racked Europe, ending in the Peace of Westphalia in 1648, and recognizing for the first time the existence of individual nation states. And so the next step in the historical evolution is each of those nation states deciding for itself what its legitimate governing form is going to be.